Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my first ever YouTube video. And here we got a great challenge that I am very, very, very excited for. Today, we have the Ferrari 458 versus the Supercar 250 Evo. Now, this is a $2 million car here, and the Supercar Evo is just under $10,000, around $8,000 to $7,000. Let's get right into it. 3 laps. Now, we're stuck in second, which is quite a disadvantage off the start because this Ferrari, like we know, we are at Spa-Francorchamps, and the 5 lights are out, and away we go. Now, coming in turn 1, I'll explain why we're at Spa. So, Spa is a great track because it has a lot of long straights, but also a lot of corners that are long, slow, fast, just all around, just great corners for our car because the amount of downforce that we have with the skirts, the side, like the side body, whatever you call it, for some of you other guys who maybe don't know what skirts are, and the rear wing is just going to be beautiful, sucking us down as much as possible, creating maximum amounts of downforce for this car. I'm sure this car could obviously go upside down in a tunnel. It's beautiful to drive. If you ever have the chance to drive it, please do so. And you can see we'll start to gain so much time as we just head flat out through these sections, and the Ferrari just can't keep up in comparison through those corners. But here is where we're going to start to face our first issue, ladies and gentlemen. The Ferrari is a big, meaty, juicy car that is going to force us into some places that we do not want to go. And we know we're much faster in these sections, but the question is, one can catch, but how can one overtake? We're going to send it, you just see how much we're catching, but there's like nowhere to go. He just closes off the gap, obviously, because the racing line is right there. But we need to make up time, because like you will see soon, on the final lap, if we're still battling with this guy, there is a long straight that is coming up very soon. And it is here now that the Ferrari, even if we have a huge gap, like you see in the distance, we will still lose that on this straight. And if we are stuck like this, coming into the final lap, it's just, we have no chance. We're just a sitting duck. He's going to come, overtake us, take the win, and as you can see soon, it's just impossible to do anything. One thing is, as well, we need to stay off the curbs. The curbs are a horrible thing. Oh god, we have to brake a little there because he dived quite deep. But yeah, you could see, if this was the final lap, we need to make a lot more room for ourselves, or else we would easily lose. So, into turn 1, we're kind of back even again. But now, he may have a better exit than us, and we need to start moving fast, because this is going to be a very close race. And this is why I picked these two cars, because they just produce such great racing, even though there is an insane price gap between the two. So yeah, you can see the massive rear wing. The size difference is just insane between us two, and it's so fun. And honestly, now we're coming up to the back of him, and it looks like we're gonna get a great run here. And this is great if we can pull this time now. We want to stay off the curbs, a little bit of track extending. Never hurt nobody, okay? Never hurt nobody. But this section is literally flat out. It is perfectly flat out. Look how much time we gain on this Ferrari. We are going to gain wonders on this Ferrari. On the exits, we want to be really careful from those curves, and also really careful for basically some other stuff, because traction control is not fun to deal with when it's off on this car. But this corner is a big issue, because this car, you kind of have to brake very, very early, and if you brake too much, you really do lock out the brakes. But you can see the beast right behind up. He's really catching, and now we need to put in an almost perfect final lap here. So yeah. Now, and I'm not really going to try to defend, because that may only cause big incidents. So I'll let him go the long way around the outside, but you can just see the size difference. It is massive. Try to stay a little bit in the slipstream, don't even know if that makes a difference. But yeah, it's just crazy that this Ferrari is able to be slow enough to keep up with our little monster machine. Now, we're right on its butt, and I don't really know if I want to go for the dive down here because it likes to close off the gap, but it's leaving us room, and it's kind of hard because we're on the outside. Are we going to be able to get it done? We've left it enough room. It's definitely slow, and it's going to have a much faster exit here. We may get caught up a little bit. You can see just how much time we're gaining now, and we need to make sure that it's going to be enough before the final corner, because that's really what matters. It's the final lap, the final straight, the final corner, and it seems pretty far away. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it. It may catch up. We can't even barely get into 5th gear now. Come on. Get into 6th. Get the revs up. Please. It's so close. We're going to force it around the outside. We're going to have to do a sort of dive bomb. Oh, it's right at the last minute here. It banged us. It's banged us. This is ridiculous. No way we've just lost to the car. Oh my goodness, you're kidding. Oh my goodness. By 2/10, we have lost to the Ferrari. Well, I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not a good result for us. It is not a good result for us. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys next time where we're going to try to get a cheaper car that is going to smoke this Ferrari. Thank you, and good night.